there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol. Jamal Murray is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Now here's Murray. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. This one for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Ibaka. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Jokic passes to Gordon. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Now, here's George. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off grade were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go with a 3. The shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. To the paint. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 1:49 left to play here in the first. Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. George double-teamed. Banked in off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Now the pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer, and again the Clippers good for 2.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Murray against George. Good on the bucket.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Leonard on the wing. The dish now to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Here's Gordon. From deep three-point range, it's all tied in Denver. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the...
I want all the bags, I want all the bags.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Sometimes you have a quarter where everything just goes according to plan. Superb start to this game for them.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And he comes up with the deuce. Morris has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Nuggets.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. Dishes to Morris. Count it.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And it's McGee with the jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Beverly looking around. Right wing. Cousins dishes to Beverly. Inside. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Morris finds Rivers. Millsap at the elbow. Passes to Barton. Out to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Shoots the 3. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. And Cousins gets it to go.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Rivers passes to Millsap. Morris outside. He dishes it to McGee. That's tipped. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now a 3-point Clipper lead. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. from 15 feet away. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Pass to Rivers. Kicks it to McGee. Barton outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Batum. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris outside. They get it back. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rivers. Morris has got 6 in the quarter.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. The 3 from George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
To the wing on the left. Here's Jokic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jokic has got 6. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And a close game so far through the...
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And by just a fraction, they got the better of... Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Denver. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Bull. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter at the shooting guard position. Here's Murray. Bull kicks to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Over Gordon. Here's Zubac. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great sendback.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
To the middle. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And here's George for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Campazzo, and he's fouled. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard's checked in. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And George able to finish.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
The Nuggets trail. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Millsap has the open look, and another miss by Denver. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. That one drops for him. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. And here is Morris. He's got 6. Here's Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Jokic has checked in for Paul Millsap.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. He kicks it to Morris. 5 on the clock. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Jokic. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Morris against Beverly. Pass to Kennard. 20 seconds left to play in the third. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Cousins, no one around him. No good from outside. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Barton throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Beverly for 3. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nuggets lead by 2. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. The lead is 2. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Kennard. Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at point. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Murray finds Jokic. Here's Bull. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Jokic passes to Bull. Back to Jokic. A second chance effort. He lays it in. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
And the Clippers call time here. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Baca comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Outside Leonard. Tries it from the top of the key, and Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 6. Porter with it. George picks him up. And the Clippers call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Zubac. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Passes it to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Pass to Murray. Fires the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 7 points for Jamal Murray.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with a jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
Leonard against Gordon. Jokic with the steal. Right side, Gordon. Jokic kicks to Porter. Over Ibaka. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
As crafty as he is explosive, Kawhi Leonard gets the defender where he wants him. Gets to the line.
He hits both from the stripe. The Nuggets leading by 9. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Now Murray. From the wing. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Can't let Murray get comfortable with that shot. His stroke is just as pure as it gets.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Murray with it. Pass to Porter. Jackson against Murray. Shot clock at 5. He lobs up. Oh, goodness. Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And then Leonard with the dunk.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Now here's Murray. The 3. That shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Anderson passes to Batum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
And here's George from deep. No good. So we see Denver get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Now. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this DA. It's all yours.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Murray out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Bull. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the power forward. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now here's Murray. At the elbow, Jokic. Porzingis with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. And Doncic gets it to go.
Way downtown, Doncic testing the limits of his range there.
Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. From deep three-point range, and it's Jokic with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Here we go, one-on-one. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Gordon.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Murray. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Murray's got his second basket.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. A three-pointer is right on target. It's a tie ball game. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's Doncic. Bull making his last shot. And it's Doncic missing.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Bull.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide-open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Doncic outside. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. And stolen by Murray. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
How about the commitment, guys, from Murray on defense, moving his arms all around and coming up with steals as a result. Active arms and hands, a big part of it.
Now, here's Doncic. 5 points in the game.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
A different look for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Bull, and Monte Morris subbed in for Porter. Porzingis against McGee. Shot clock at 6. Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here's Brunson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets lead by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed
the mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4. Back to Brunson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime.
Bob pass to Gordon. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Mavericks trail by 7.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Brunson against Morris. To the paint. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Morris. Gordon's got 8 points.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. Down low, Cauley Stein. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets leading by 9. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Here's Powell. And he overshot that one, missing. And so Green will bring it up for Denver. Lob pass to Gordon. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the wide open shot from Morris. A three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks trail by 13. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Barton, wide open, he fires, and the three ball is good. Barton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Lets a floater go, and the nice bucket inside from Richardson.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Denver.
Morris looking over the floor. Over Cauley Stein. Morris, no good.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Three-pointer, Barton. And again, Denver, no good. Mavericks trail by 12. Kicks it out to Richardson. Offline with his three. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Lets it go. Had the space there, but it's offline. The Nuggets leading by 12. Barton outside. Pass to Millsap. Outside Gordon. Here's the three. Denver the rebound. Second chance shot. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He had 14 points. Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Hole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Gordon in at the three spot.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Lets the three fly. Denver the rebound. Porter passes to Murray. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Denver leading by 10. Inside, here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 11 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. And then for Denver, JaVale McGee comes in for Bol. And Morris subbed in for Gordon. The Nuggets leading by 13. Floats it up for Jokic.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Count that bucket. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Doncic against Murray.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 17 now.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Looking to end its cold spell. It's good. 8 points for him.
I don't think you can afford to give Murray any room to shoot his shot. I mean, he is a terrific scorer who continues to get better.
From deep. They get it back.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
He trains the quick shot. 10 points for Jamal Murray.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And a wide open look for Porter. Here's Jokic outside for Murray. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And, you know, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nelly is checked in for Marjanovic. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Nuggets also changing it up. Green is checked in for JaVale McGee. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Will Barton in for Monte Morris. Barton from outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Denver with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Josh Richardson. Doncic out there with Porzingis. And it's Melly in at the power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. Jokic comes in for Jermichael Green. And Gordon subbed in for Barton. Mavericks trail by 14. Doncic with it. Passes it to Porzingis.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now Murray. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Melly. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson. Murray outside. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Floats it up for Jokic. Porzingis with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
Now here's Murray. The pass to Jokic. The kick out to Porter. And here's Gordon. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Murray kicks to Porter. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Mavericks trail by 7, and so they foul intentionally. The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out, his point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Dallas calls timeout. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
Murray's checked in for Monte Morris. And the first one drops.
And like his father, Manute, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Mavericks trail by 9. Doncic outside. Pass to Hardaway. Finney-Smith kicks to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic. Good, nice job down low. Doncic has got 28.
Excellent finish that time inside by Doncic. He's highly skilled. I mean, that's obvious. What's not so obvious is how big he is. This guy looks me eye to eye.
Murray outside. A three-pointer, no good.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. At one point, they led by 16. Murray outside. Lots of room. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Porzingis passes to Kleba. Doncic outside. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Here's Murray. Lob pass to Gordon.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Murray surveying the D. He's looking for Porter and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch. Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Murray, good.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will torch you. Lethal from behind the arc.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Bogdanovich is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Melli in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Now here's Beverly. And a deep 3 from George. The rebound by Marjanovic.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far. We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And Ibaka kicks to George. No good that time, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Melly, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. This is his first free throw of the game. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Great that time from Leonard.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup. That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
George against Doncic. The pass to Melly. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
The 3 from George. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. Well, he's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
And here's George after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. George. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now, here's Kleba. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Doncic passes to Melly. And he dunks it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Dallas moving it around. Here's Marjanovic. Doncic passes to Melly. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Nicolo Melli. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Doncic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Batum with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And that one clearly a foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Kleber. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to Cousins. And he banks in the layup.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
In the gym trying to work about free throw.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody's stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Luke Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Man in at the small forward spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. That one misses. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers trail by 3. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish. Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Dallas. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Mavericks leading by 3. Right side, Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here's Batum. Kicks it to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Cousins. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Redick with the 3. No good there. Nice D from Cousins. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Clippers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now, here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the man. Los Angeles calls timeout. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Doncic against George. Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. And that one is good. Marjanovic has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
George passes to Ibaka. Good.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now, here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
George against Redick. And George kicks to Morris. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Paul George.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Doncic with it. Outside, Redick. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. Just in terms of the second quarter, they were the better team. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Richardson in at the 2 guard.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Doncic against Beverly. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Morris. Pass to man over Richardson. The shot off that time. And it's Dallas the other way.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Cauley Stein against Leonard. Here's Doncic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Now, Doncic, he's got 9. And they double up Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Kristaps taking a little something out on that rim?
Clippers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Leonard inside, guarded by Hardaway, and it's Leonard missing. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. That shot off. Great D that time from Hardaway.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Out to Hardaway. Richardson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Timeout.
And now it's a 10-point Maverick lead.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Clippers able to drain the three. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 5 now.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now the pass to Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Los Angeles, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And he makes the first. And so he hits both. Now here's Brunson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now here's Jackson. From the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Knocked loose. Melly passes to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Here's Jackson. You're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes to Cousins. Over Kleba. Cousins, no good. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Melly. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks lead by 10. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Marcus Morris. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's George in at the 3 spot. And here's Brunson after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And the rejection by Cousins. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Luke Kennard. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Richardson finds Doncic. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness and a nice job on the break that time.
The drive by Doncic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Richardson against George. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis has checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Leonard. Doncic against Leonard. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, how about Patrick Beverly showing you at a point guard he can still get up?
Doncic passes to Richardson. Stolen by George. It's off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kickball. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic.
Willie Cauley Stein.
George looking around. Out to the right wing to tie it up. The Mavericks pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Doncic outside. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 3. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. Ibaka outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Beverly against Doncic. From deep. But put that, Porzingis on the phone. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time and does here.
Beverly against Doncic. A 3 from Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Doncic looking it over. From deep 3-point range. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And so it's Leonard with it. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Doncic. .34 seconds left in the 4th. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Yeah, with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. You know, there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success. Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
From deep, George. Kleba with the rebound. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They see David. Thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down to business with this road battle looming. And we've got
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Bull in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Jokic crabs the miss. And here's Denver. Lob pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
George passes to Ibaka. Porter against George.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Bull. Porter with it. Jokic inside. Ibaka on him. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. We're about 1 minute into the first. Wide open look here for Murray. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Cousins with the bucket.
What a luxury to have someone like DeMarcus Cousins roaming the interior and drawing defensive attention.
Now here's Murray. It's Bol, top of the key. Murray surveying the D. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Clock is at 3. For 3, Murray can't hit that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And that's a foul called on Bol. That is his first foul of the game. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside Jackson. George against Porter. Cousins trying to free himself up.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
To the inside. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Jokic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's George. Bol making his last shot. George with the bucket.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Right side, Porter. For 3. Cousins pulls it in. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Out of hand on it. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Jokic. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bol. Will Barton comes in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You can go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Now here's Gordon. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Great positioning on the putback.
It's a lengthy list of skill that Paul George brings to the table every night. The offensive glass is just one aspect of a terrific game.
Here's Morris. Gordon, the pass to Morris. Off target from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's George. Cousins inside, guarded by McGee. No problems knocking that one down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Up top, Morris, guarded by Jackson. Morris, no good. And McGee kicks to Morris. Kept alive.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. George looking around. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Los Angeles call.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
So he gets them both. There's the pass to Kennard. With 1 on the clock. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Stick. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a
selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Jackson passes to Kennard. Fires from deep. That shot misses. And it's Denver the other way. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Morris against Kennard. And yes, it's good.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first. Totally flat, but they bounced back and built a lead here with a much better second quarter.
Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Jackson against Morris. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. For Denver, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. Jokic comes in for Gordon. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Beverly looking around. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. For 3, Murray. Cousins pulls it in.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
1:32 left in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Murray against Jackson. Murray, good. Murray's got his first 2 points.
Really enjoy seeing Murray operate in these types of situations, just keeping his composure and draining the high-pressure shots.
Here's Leonard. Cousins trying to free himself up. That one a little long. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Patrick Beverley's checked in for Jackson. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Gordon comes in for Green. The Clippers trail. Beverley with the ball. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. They now take the lead. George has got 9 points.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
Murray right side. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Beverley kicks to Zubac. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's good for 2. And the Clippers lead by 2.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverley. Wow.
And that'll do it for the first half, a competitive game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And Kenny, like Kawhi, and that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Zubac. They get the rebound. Batum. Zubac kicks to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the shot goes in. Porter's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Denver. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you just said that because it's true.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Morris comes in for Murray.
Listen, we know Aaron Gordon is a high-activity player, and if you give him daylight, he's ready to shoot it.
Here's Beverly, pass to Kennard. Zubac kicks to Beverly. A three from Morris. Here's Zubac. Makes it off the glass.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Morris looking over the floor. Jokic high post. Over Morris. But they'll get another chance. And that one hits back iron. Batum attacking. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Jokic with the bucket.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Now Beverly. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Beverly's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And here is Morris. It's a floater. It's hauled in by Zubac. 1:50 left in the third. Now, here's Kennard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
1:29 left to play here in the third. Beverly with the ball. Passes it to Morris. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Zubac. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Bull can't hit.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
32 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Kennard. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Millsap comes in for Jokic. Porter's checked in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Here's Murray. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Denver calls timeout.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show him how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. And Gordon subbed in for JaMychal Green. Stolen by Jackson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Murray outside. The pass to Jokic. Murray outside. 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Outside, George. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
The feed to Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Murray for 3. Sinks the triple. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. George passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Pass to Ibaka. Count that one.
Yes, Ibaka tough to contain now. This guy's super skilled near the basket. He's got a variety of shots he can choose from.
Floats it up for Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Jackson finds Leonard. And here's George. For the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Morris is checked in for Denver. On the wing, Porter. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Morris outside. And a wide open look for Porter. And right through it goes.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Morris against Jackson. Leonard on the wing. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Bol's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Gordon kicks the Bol. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. And a switch here also for Denver. Murray's checked in. Denver passing it around. Jokic on top. He's guarded by Cousins. The fader. The Nuggets with another miss. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And it's Jokic missing.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
And that one's good, George.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack with things happen.
Passes it to Jokic.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Now Jackson. He feeds it to Leonard. Oh, off target.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game. Understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
Kawhi Leonard.
Good on the first, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Stolen by Zubac. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. As welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NDH.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Bull. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the 2 guard. Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Doncic passes to Hardaway, and he gets the bucket. Hardaway has got the first points up on the board here for Dallas.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target. Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas on defense. Wide open look here for Murray. They get it again. Here's Jokic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Kleber with it. Hardaway passes to Kleber. Bucket is good.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who's your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Jokic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And Doncic. Here we go. It's deflected. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Here's Doncic. Count that one. Doncic has got his second bucket.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Monte Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray.
Monte Morris.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Morris against Doncic. There's the lob to the hoop. Clock at 6. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Jokic with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 5. Morris into the lane. And Morris throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. Terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Mavericks leading by 7. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Here's Bol, finished off the break.
And Gordon using his cat-like quickness there to disrupt the passing lanes, leading to the transition hoop.
And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bol. Millsap comes in for Jokic. And it's Will Barton in for Michael Porter. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Morris dishes to Gordon. Pass to McGee, and stolen by Richardson. Out to Doncic. And it's good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
It's been all about and glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got JaVale McGee, Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the 1.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada. It's like something out of a movie.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Barton, no luck. Dallas leading by 8. And they double up Doncic. Richardson kicks to Brunson. And the pass to Doncic. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot. Murray.
And another miss by Denver. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Murray's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. On the wing, Doncic goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Barton, no luck. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. That doesn't go either for Doncic. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Green. Pass to McGee. Back to Green from past the arc. The Nuggets with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Richardson's got the lead up to 12 now for the man.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Pulls it from the elbow. It's rebounded by Brunson.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Brunson. Beyond the arc. That one's not going to go. And it's Denver the other way. Powell with the steal. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers, Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
To the middle, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
1:43 left here in the second. Outside, Redick. Powell against Porter. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Denver making a switch here. Bowles checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The finish rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
.55 seconds left to play here in the half. And that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That is his first foul of the game. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Porter against Redick. Back to Brunson. Hardaway from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Odd pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Marjanovic kicks to Redick. Off target from outside. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon is a guy who plays within himself, stays within the confines of the offense, only attempts shots that are in his range.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Inside, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Luka Doncic has been the story in this. He had 14 points and that'll do.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Doncic looking it over. Knocks it loose. Murray with it. He's picked up by Doncic, and he commits the intentional foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley-Stein's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 7. And here is Murray. Oh, Porter in position. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Porter. To the left wing. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the 3. The shot comes out. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 16.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
And a wide-open look for Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith from deep three-point range. Jokic grabs the miss. Gordon against Cauley-Stein. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Hardaway. The pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Hardaway. Drains the three-pointer. And now a 12-point Maverick lead.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Murray outside. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Mavericks leading by 13. Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. Doncic passes to Kleber. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Gordon. And Morris subbed in for Murray. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. And stolen by Richardson. Brunson kicks to Kleber. Redick with the three. No good on that one. And Denver the other way now. Millsap down low. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Redick on the wing. From downtown. The offensive rebound. Belly launches a three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Dwight Powell subbed in for Nicolo Melli. On defense, the Nuggets. It's a 13-point game.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Out to Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. Morris has got 6 points.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
The deep three from Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Denver. They trail by 11. Passes it to Barton. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. And good that time.
Well, you must respect Porter Jr.'s scoring ability. I mean, he is terrific connecting from the mid-range.
Runs in the pass to Redick. They could use a bucket. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually he got it in.
How about that? Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Dallas ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Murray out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Porter. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Morris into the lane. And the basket is good. Here's Brunson. There's the dish to Richardson. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now the pass to Murray. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Monte Morris. Dallas also making some changes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Porter outside. Jokic passes to Bull. Murray outside. Hits it from 3-point range.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Doncic outside, takes a 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. The drive by Gordon. Porter. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Offensive rebound outside for Redick. On the wing, Doncic. Another shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kicks it to Redick. There's the triple. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money, ATM time.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Denver passing it around. Gordon the pass to Murray. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Redick. From outside the arc. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Denver has possession. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Jokic. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Such a wide open look. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release and deep range, too.
Pass to Porzingis. From deep. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Bull with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Doncic with the steal.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Dallas.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Doncic.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Burke. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. No good. Shot missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from it.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The sprawling metropolis of depth. And as
well, the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
And the Clippers starting five. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Hardaway passes to Kleba. From 18 feet away. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Nobody near Leonard. Drops in the tray.
Well, the defender leaning just a little. Kawhi recognizes it, pulls up for the easy one.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. A 3-ball. Doncic, no good.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Ibaka, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Doncic against George. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The long distance three is good.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Now here is George. A three from Leonard. Doesn't go that time.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
From deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Mavericks trail by 8. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Rondo. Passes to Kennard. Down low, here's Mann. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
From deep three-point range, and that's good. Luka Doncic for three. Doncic has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Rondo. Pass to Zubats. And here's Kennard. Guarded by Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Zubats. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And here is Doncic. 6 points for him. The putback, Kennard with the rebound. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Launches the 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game. Oh, I thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Kennard for 3.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by... And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Richardson, and it's Brunson in at the point. Now George. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Pass to Patterson. Fires the three. The Mavericks pull it in. Cauley Stein with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Feeds to Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Richardson against George. And stolen by Richardson. He kicks it to Powell. Back to Richardson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Mavericks lead by one.
The evolution of Josh Richardson is going to be very exciting for this organization. When he's sinking the catch-and-shoot jump shots, look out.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Doncic against Leonard. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded close. Cauley Stein finds Powell. 5 to shoot. Benson with it. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Powell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
And they get it. Patterson passes to Beverly. Back to Patterson. Shoots over Brunson. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 3. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound. Powell kicks to Doncic. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Doncic has got 13.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Here's Patterson, and Leonard has it in the corner. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find him.
Nailed from three-point land. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
Oh, Leonard in position. Doncic with the steal. 1:03 left in the first half. The tray. Another 3 for Dallas.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Trying to end the drought. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Paul George does a great job changing speeds right there, and that's a huge part of his athleticism. Takes it strong to the cup and just daring a defender to come at him.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is subbed in for Richardson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. But they recover it. Tips it back in.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
George passes to Jackson. Porzingis against Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Doncic. That's short off the rim.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Here's Kleba. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They're in better shape now than they were at one point. And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 5. The 19-foot shot. Kennard's shot is off.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Finney Smith. He's guarded by Cousins. Fades. Gets the front of the rim and out.
You got to commend the aggressiveness, but he was a little too anxious in trying to get that shot over the stifling D there.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. Over Hardaway. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 10. It's Hardaway with the drive. Here's Marjanovic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
The pass to Kennard. Over Hardaway. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got his first basket. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. Kicks to Hardaway. Back to Burke. Passes it to Marjanovic. 6 to shoot. Inside. Porzingis. Count it. Porzingis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. He gets that one.
There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Pass to Porzingis. And here is Marjanovic. The pass to Burke. Now Porzingis. Shoots over Cousins. Here's Marjanovic. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Marjanovic has got his second basket. 1:31 left to play in the third. Cousins dishes to Patterson. Kennard against Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Cousins, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Top of the key, Porzingis. Takes the three. Drills the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 7 points here in this quarter. Clippers trail by 15. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. And here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Right side, Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Marjanovic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
He gets it up, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Dallas, looking at a 13-point. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Josh Richardson, Doncic out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Melli in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Melli. High foul comes in for Maxi Kleber. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Leonard on the wing. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now Doncic. Outside, Redick. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. He feeds it to Powell. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 11. With the tip, and Leonard stays with it.
Well, on nights where Kawhi Leonard piles up some points, he can make a big mark because of the offensive rebounding prowess.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Back to Doncic. Pass to Richardson. George against Doncic. Over George. Doncic, no good.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Doncic outside. The feed to Redick. The Clippers grab the miss. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And George, here we go, goes And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here's Doncic from the arc.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over. He blocks shots. He's got great hands. He affects a lot defensively.
Leonard, a good look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Hardaway. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. They recover it. Morris kicks to George. .107 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Dallas leading by 5. Doncic looking it over. On deep. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
On the inbound, it's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
The deep 3 from George. George missing again. Doncic with it. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac. Jackson has the open look and the miss. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves.